The following may include subject matters of war, violence, loss, and adult themes which may not be appropriate for all audiences. Viewer discretion advised.
Faraway friends, welcome. You have arrived at Darkeport. Woo!
Hey! We like it here.
We're in a special place tonight, so we'll see. Donnie is off on business. He will return, God's willing, next week, and we look forward to having a full, robust table again. But we will certainly be propelling tonight, sailing west.
Always
West.
Always west.
Shout out to Constructed Chaos, our fellow travelers on this actual play journey.
Yay! Mr. Alex.
We are very, very happy to have them here. Of course, we're always delighted to have the scent of briarwood candles wafting throughout, reminding, in this case, justice, reminding us of the theme of the Chronicle.
Justice.
And we love that. The Strahd campaign's theme is seduction, and they are quite different scents.
Very rich and romantic.
Yes.
Yeah. It is February, so.
It is.
Yeah,
That's true.
Is
Oh, you know what?
To get your seduction.
I don't think you were trying to segue.
But you segue in.
And you already knew this was coming, but so my dad has a tradition that every Valentine's Day or thereabouts, he always gets all of the ladies at the table a gift, and so this year he got chocolates.
Thank you, Walter.
It's just what I always wanted.
It's just.
I already ate them all. Don't worry.
I'm not going to throw that. We're gonna pass this. We're gonna pass that one around.
I get two?
You got two. Look at you.
You did too.
Walter, you shouldn't have.
It's just a ladies'
Guess what?
man.
That's what you're getting for your MVP this week instead of anything else.
That's true. I guess.
That's all I ever wanted.
That's your 10 points.
Speaking of MVP, I think Tobias, you already know.
I didn't look.
It was just a hunch on my part.
In a near sweep, with yourself as the only dissenting vote.
Because Randy's great.
You,
Y'all don't even know.
my darling,
Hey,
got your 10th most valuable player vote.
Just in time.
Congratulations.
He's gonna shut up.
He's gonna shut up!
Fat chance.
Congratulations.
Holy shit. Thanks, everybody.
As
You
wings
deserve
burst
it.
from your back.
So we will see
You
what
just
that
become
means.
a dragon.
And just to remind, because we have a lot of new faraway friends, when these various characters get their 10th MVP vote, something life-changing happens. For Titus, it was a visitation from his grand dame and
Toby, your
the
girlfriend's
unicorn,
And a unicorn.
and basically the unicorn.
life-changing.
For Marcus, he met the mistress of Ten Troll Den, and essentially his spiritual ancestress, and was granted a ring of memory, which also has other properties to protect his mind. And we will see what happens with Baby Grit. Okay.
Climactic. Nothing's gonna happen.
Nothing. Absolutely nothing.
Nothing happens.
Wings. Oh my god.
Which is
Wings.
small enough where you can't actually fly.
So
It
sick.
starts
They
falling.
just look good.
And
Gust of wind.
this
wings.
actually is. I should have thought this through more because what I have planned and tonight are very interesting combinations. So I think we'll just be doing a little improv shuffle as we go along.
He'll get his own little baby dragon.
Okay.
That's what happens. And I'll name it Baby Grip.
Baby Grip. There you go.
Baby
Grip Junior.
Yeah, Grip Jr.
Okay. Randy, we are going to hold off on the journal until we're at a certain point in the narrative. And it makes sense. And Toby, did you have a word?
Hey, go to our Patreon. We have podcasts and original
Ew, in the
music
camera.
and original art and deep dives and tons of fun bonus FaceTime with Angel and me and maybe somebody else at some point.
Maybe somebody else, maybe not.
Hopefully somebody else.
But
at some
honestly,
point.
we know why you're here.
It's a lot of you.
The dragon's
At patreon.com/darkeport. Hey, thanks. Appreciate you. Love you.
Thank you so much.
Thanks, guys.
Faraway friends. All right, let's get that candle.
Sir, just trim the wick. I'm sorry. Hey. I trimmed the wick. I'm sorry.
Yeah.
No, you got it. It's good because
It took a while.
because it was blowing up last week. So I'm glad.
You know, I leave. I don't go to the
somebody
session
does.
for one time, and this candle's falling apart.
Place almost burned
It
to
was
the ground.
Tuea empowering the candle with her essence.
And I just
Guys.
It's justice.
and before I should have done this before we lit the candle, but I guess this can be canonical. Thank you so much. By the way, we hit at least 50 viewers last session.
Live viewers.
Live viewers, concurrent.
Oh,
That was really cool.
Who's out there? What do you guys
Spread the word. We're gonna finish this campaign strong, and even though this is the last arc, I think we've done a pretty good job of making this legible to newer viewers. You know, so you don't.
If you're confused, ask questions in the chat.
That's true.
And some
Yeah.
of our friends and mods will help answer them.
Or leave comments. I answer basically everything in the chat. All right, y'all. Without further ado, here we go. Lakala, Devron, you have just set off, and you, Devron, you feel in your hands a very unusual kind of armor that the put out harbor. Not technically the harbor, I guess the harbor master for the shift, so we'll call him that. There is one harbor master, but he was there for the shift. Chief of the day. And just before you embarked on your journey, he ran up and he gave you this leather, but the leather is like oddly hard. Like, is this cured? It's still too stiff. And then as you explore it more, you see something that only exists in Juramentum, much like the hybrid trireme massive canoe that you're on right now, which is shaped like has the lines of an oversized canoe enough to fit 20 people, but then has a single trireme sail to it, and also some oars that are spaced around, so that this doesn't exist elsewhere. And in the same way, this armor has some sort of plates inside of it, and you don't. I mean, you're going to have to investigate if you want to learn more about it, or you may just take it, but it is effectively studded leather, even though it's not. But it has the same AC.
Thank you. Stay damp and flourish.
Okay.
Stay moist, motherfuckers.
And he's just like, you know, this is as you're having like a slight flashback a couple minutes ago or whatever, as you just remembered him like, because he had, you know, sprinted over there, and he was trying to get out some kind of story. This is some sort of relative's armor.
Yeah.
But he couldn't really speak through it.
I'll learn the history when I get back, my friend.
Okay. All right.
Thank you.
Tuea blessed.
Oh.
And so you're off. The captain, such as he is, I mean, the owner, operator, navigator of the oversized canoe. Actually, does anyone here speak the Kuand tongue?
I do, yeah.
Not me.
Coup and tongue a little bit.
Okay, a little
I
bit.
mean, I was working on it, if you remember right.
Give me just an intelligence check, Corey. I think you were. Yeah, I'm pretty sure you were.
Yeah, because she gave me the book and everything.
Because you get 2 days. That's right. Armasa did. The Archmega did.
What am I rolling for? Intelligence?
Roll intelligence.
That's right. 12.
12. Okay. You surprise yourself. So you get the man's name. His name is Deuce-Dew.
Deuce-Dew?
Deuce-Dew.
No comment.
No comment.
I didn't say nothing.
And he's quiet, but he seems to understand that your grasp of Wallig is limited, and so he's just quietly pointing out things as these 2 days elapse. He'll point out fish to you and give you the word for fish, the word for water, the word for sky. And he has a tendency to hum, not sea shanties, but just to kind of hum little snatches of traditional Kuand tunes. And he seems to be amazingly sanguine for somebody who's sailing to the literal capital of people who like to sacrifice Kuand, still alive. And okay.
And this is the captain, right?
Yeah. This is the like I said, the owner operator. You suspect he had a crew at some point. He never tells you over those 2 days what happened with them, why, because he has the oars pulled in now, and it's basically by the grace of fate, and the fact that I've consistently described nor'easters coming in from Juramentum, and he's skilled enough to ride that, so you don't get shoved back into the coast. But he's riding that wind out west.
Thank you, my friend. I will do everything to protect you, no matter what.
He says something that you don't follow, but you do catch. I'm pleased to hear that. And
Is it in Daro?
no, this is all in Wallig.
Okay, Wallig.
Make another roll and see how much you can, since you just get immersed in it those 2 days.
Immersed.
Get immersed.
14 this time.
Okay, and you did have some background in it.
Yeah.
Go ahead and give yourself now, Corey, a +1 on like those rolls for Wallig. So it's not a full proficiency yet, but it's a +1. In addition to intelligence.
Right.
So you're starting to stitch together some basic grammar, expanding your vocabulary, that kind of thing throughout those 2 days. And then the day comes where you run into a foreign-looking fishing boat.
Is there any chance for me to practice any, like, bow, dagger, anything of that, or is this mostly fully focused on that?
You have to be pretty careful. You could. There's enough time. You have to be pretty careful though, because you could upset the boat fairly easily. So, what did you have in mind?
I just want to like feel the grip and introduce myself to a short bow.
Oh, okay, yeah.
Just I've never used one technically, even though
that's
technically
true.
my character class is allowed to have it.
Right.
So I just want to understand how.
But you're trying to be realistic. Yeah. Okay. Yeah, you shoot. You get used to it. I'm gonna say I don't know, maybe. How much live fire are you doing? Because obviously you're not going to be able to retrieve these arrows.
Mostly against like maybe there's like a tail on the boat.
And then go from one side and shoot back. Okay.
I can peg at it, yeah, it's that sort of thing. Maybe I need to put something in front of it so I don't ruin it. But
give me just one general attack roll. Let me see how well you do those dice.
attack roll.
Yeah.
Well, with the bow, that will be a. Ooh, where is it at here? That will be
Dex plus
a
proficiency.
14.
14. Okay.
That's wrong.
You only wind up so for all that practicing, then you only wind up losing two arrows, and by the time you're done with that, you feel pretty confident that you have basically that your chosen essence just allows you to get it very, very quickly. So you're it's like you had been training for it for months instead of 2 days. You just know
for it.
You know how to do it. Yeah. All right. Well, while that's going on, Lakala, what are you doing on this singular journey with the Zanea? Right.
Is there, right?
Yeah, and her
bodyguard.
Her bodyguard. Yep.
She basically is going to spend the majority of the time like, pretty much the proper word I think would be like interviewing Zanea, trying to get as much information from her as possible about the current state of the Earlet, because she has knowledge and memories from past versions of herself,
right.
but she is going
Nothing.
to spend as much time as possible getting information about what is the current dynamic, what are the core values of those people right now, because she wants to appeal to the people who are currently in charge.
Okay. She's going to cooperate. Give me either a history or investigation roll as you take the information and try to assimilate it.
They're both the same plus, so. Oh, that's a 25.
Wow.
Hooray!
Are you looking at it more from like an historical perspective? Are you
I
looking
think it's going to be more investigation because I feel like the historic piece is more of what she already has.
It's current events.
So yeah,
That
she's
you're looking
more
at, okay.
interested in what's happening right now.
that makes sense. Okay. So I will tell you that as relevant, but just note down that you have a superb readout, essentially, of the current moment. And one thing is there is currently the title translates to exalted. There is an exalted in who is in charge of Teowani now, which means not just a chosen, but someone who has been politically empowered.
Interesting.
All of the Ascitiodal, all of the chosen, which is their word for chosen, translates to demigod or fate bender.
Mm-hmm.
All of their Ascitiodal are like venerated, but not all of them are necessarily integrated into the political structure of the city. Those are two different things. And this guy has been in power for a hot minute.
What's his name? Did I get his name?
Zachtli, with the X. And so addressing him would be exalted, actually.
Okay. And she would be digging for details about him because, like I said, she wants to kind of appeal to whoever is most in power. So asking about what he values, his temperament, all those types of things.
You with the 25, obviously you're clocking almost every little detail that there is. You sense she isn't just a brave person. She's also a skilled diplomat. I mean, this is one of the reasons why she was chosen for this. And you can feel her walking up to certain lines and then finding ways around them to not to provide you with substantive answers, but still not cross certain strictures. Make a persuasion check. 14.
So nonchalant.
All right.
Well, he's over here rolling them hard out.
Yeah. Yeah.
See
with
him
the
where you go
arrows, you know?
technique, just
You're like little.
Her bodyguard, while that's going on, by the way, is using his Otlotl and is just kind of laughing and is showing you. And you see, like, with just a flick of his wrist, the Otlotl is there's so much more power.
Yeah.
Just but he's kind of nods. You find his name is Azel.
Azel.
You didn't know that already. Yeah. Although he's even less chatty than the captain. All right, so back to you, Lakala. There is a funny kind of resistance, and she, God, how would she phrase that? She tells you that he is a man. The exalted is a man, is a wonder, and he is a wonder who very much enjoys the idea of posterity being well educated on his feats.
Oh.
And how willing is she to educate me on his feet?
And you essentially get this. I mean, his feats seem to consist of burning his opposition alive and aligning with a certain faction of the priest, a conservative faction of the priestesses, quickly and effectively. That seems to be.
So he's brutal, but a skilled politician.
Yeah. Yes.
Got it.
God.
Who
Unclear.
also seems to be very interested in how the codices are going to portray him once he's dead. So he is aware of what came before, and he is keenly aware of what comes after. And the last thing I'll say is that you really can't have any conversation of any length about Teowani, the capital city, without going under the shadow of the great Okatla.
Of course.
Of course.
that continues. Who founded Teowani after the Green Doom destroyed their old home, led them on an epic exodus, and founded it some 400 winters ago. So you now have some kind of time frame.
She also would just check in about how, if Nikali is remembered there at all by any of the people.
Okay.
And kind of Wesa as well. I mean, I assume her and Devron would have conversations about his mom and things. But
Yeah, but I wasn't a big into it until you mentioned that. But yeah, I would find out exactly.
Wace's definitely now because Wace's only been gone for three
Yeah.
for 3 winters.
But how she is like thought of among the people, and
traitor.
if Nikali is remembered, and how she's
She's a
thought
traitor,
of
yeah.
among the people.
Nikali is interesting. So can you give just a quick to our new faraway friends about who Nikali is?
Oh gosh.
She's harder to summarize,
She's
but
like a former version of myself. She lived kind of on the outskirts of the village. She was a sorcerer, right?
yeah, like a powerful monobender. Yeah.
Trying to remember what class she
Yeah.
was playing. And she actually met Marcus through a crazy time jump.
little time
Hey, yes.
What can
Of
I
course.
Yep.
What can I do for you?
And she had I think it's fair to say, a falling out with the hierarchy, with the chosen hierarchy there. But she was too powerful and too important to completely get rid of in the history book or in the history scrolls and such. So, this priestess, who is an unusually well educated specimen of her caste, because it's a caste culture. She actually does know who Nikali is, but it's through a very jaundiced lens. You know, essentially that she was a monobender who went crazy and she had to be expelled from the city.
The college is very matter-of-factly answering, like, that's not true. That's not how that went, actually.
Well,
Did you happen to get my mother's name? I don't know it.
Oh. I mean, I'm sure we can ask. You're welcome to join if you have questions. If you're done with your sticks and slings and pointy things.
Several questions, yes. Thank you.
So as you, there is more to get to, but I want to know here, as you get to Teowani, as you get into their, in the modern world, I guess we'd call it their maritime sphere of influence, and you begin to see their, what passes as their navy, which is not much. Honestly, Juramentum probably has more ships they could convert to war than Teowani does at this point. It looks purely like fishing vessels, and you do see people like enjoying the lake, swimming more than in Juramentum, and also a lot less clothing than a lot of Juramentum tends to have, especially because it's summer right now. I mean, it's gorgeous out here on the lake, on the Great Lake, which is roughly the size of Lake Superior in real life. So it's massive. It's its own ecosystem. You feel that is not quite right, and the Deuce-2 looks at you, and he's so I'm just gonna, not to put too fine a point of it, he is willing to risk his life to sail you right to the docks of the city that is actively hunting his people and human sacrificing them right now. But he looks to you to confirm.
Disguise him using my disguise kit at all?
He thanks you Thank you, Sura, and gently declines. But that is not where it's not where these notes end. You had assumed that because I imagine your character always has some kind of music or some kind of note, almost like a, sorry, dog.
Those are the notes.
Those are the notes.
What you hear.
Almost like one of the Sons of Discord in Vampire the Masquerade, just always has something playing in her mind. And that's not where the song ends. It continues on west. So hold that.
Okay.
Grip.
Hi.
Baby
I'm
Grip.
also here.
So you were on this you're observing this, you're seeing these. You do not speak Urlit, so a lot of the interview was in she's Lakala's having to translate to you.
Yeah, I did want to gather as much information as
after
I
the
could.
fact,
A
and
few things specifically.
assuming Lakala that you're willing to faithfully translate everything, then you pretty much keep him up. Although you're hampered by a lack of common. Well, no, I guess she does speak Daro, but she is that she mind stole from somebody else, but that she drank from somebody else. But she prefers, of course, Valkyrie to speak, especially with the divine construct.
The thing specifically that Grip would be seeking was what the expectation was for Titus coming here. Like, what role was he expected to play? Who would he be speaking to? Like, how are we anticipated to be received, and like what role is he to do in that, and to try to like put his version of that into place. Like it's not going to be that same thing, but like what's the closest approximation I can bring?
So Zanea, I'll say this is like the end of day one or something. Zanea would look to you, Lakala, and like, do I answer him?
It's important that you explain these things to him. We don't want it to appear to be a slight that Titus himself could not come.
Understood, Your Grace. Then, in that case, I will speak in their mongrel tongue. And she reverts to Daro. In her mind, it's definitely reverting. You can understand me well enough?
I can.
Scion of the Green Doom. Well, it's a rare thing in my home, which translates in your tongue to blessed home. Teowane does. There is a precedent for everything. A precedent for how we eat, a precedent for how we bathe, a precedent for how we make love, a precedent for how we kill. It doesn't mean that we are locked into rigid rituals, mind you, but there are boundaries and guidelines. This situation is unprecedented. So, if I had to guess, I would say that there will be warring impulses in those who see you depart. There are two Eskyteotl and one made from the hand of Talak himself. That alone warrants audience and awe. At the same time, the head of your civilization did not come. That will be seen as a slight. At the same time, they will be reckoning with you, and in a very different way, Devron with you. I believe the priestess superior will know who you are almost immediately. Surely her sight is powerful, and her sense of bloodlines is perhaps unparalleled in the city.
My mother.
For me, the priestess superior, yes.
Is that how she is addressed by the Eskyteotl as well?
For you, it will be. It depends on how much respect you care to give her.
Mom?
You'll be considered a demigod, so you would be within your rights to address however you like. But doing something because we can, and the wisdom of it are two very different things.
I understand.
As for you, there may be panic. There may be fear and loathing. There may be violence. The children of the Green Doom do not come into Teowani any longer. There was, maybe after the time of Nikali, but long before now, maybe 300 winters back, there was an attempt at a rapprochement. It failed spectacularly. And ever since then, it's been kill or be killed as soon as they set foot within our boundaries. There is a collection of them. I wouldn't say, it's beyond my knowledge to say if they are actually like you, but there is a collection of them that live in the swamplands to the south and west of Teowani.
I doubt we'll have the time. We will have no more than one day.
Indeed.
What
So-
is my reputation there, if any?
The priestesses know of the sad tale of the superior's bargain. The fact that she was willing to... Ooh, Your Grace, these are harsh and unvarnished words. She slips into High Valperi when she says this worm is reluctant to speak semi-blasphemies. Do I have your blessing?
Of course, these people, I'm sure, have heard far worse than what you have to say.
Everything is relative. And then she turns and she says, Indaro, to you.
Valperi, please.
Oh,
100% perfect on the lower end.
yeah,
at least.
yeah. She says, very well. Your...
I whisper translate to you.
Yeah.
Sorry, I just wanted.
Yeah, you want to keep it there.
I'm not the scum language. Yeah.
He has to get
Your
back to
no,
me
it's there's a
with
mid.
the
Yeah,
language.
it's a mid register for her.
Side combo.
There is a mid, and she actually Devron, she seems like to genuinely relax a little bit.
No way.
Because she hadn't really tested your Valperi to this point. And she says, it's difficult. It's complex. Your esteemed mother, the priestess superior, was willing to mingle bloodlines with an outsider, but she claimed that she was divinely inspired and that she knew that you and your sister, she knew somehow the designs of the gods, which should be impossible, and that you would be born Asci-Teotl. And you were. Which means she was correct.
Even though I am half Kuan. And we know what that means here.
As far as I'm concerned, you are the demigod son of the priestess superior.
Understood.
And that, if I may be so bold, is the position that I believe you should adopt.
Agreed.
That reframes the conversation rather radically.
So, unprecedented times, specifically because of the circumstances in which we sail and the personages that are aboard this vessel.
And bluntly, the suppressed but growing understanding, or the denied amongst the leadership, but growing understanding that we have grown stagnant and increasingly vulnerable, and that our farthest flung scouts have recently made contact with, forgive me, you would have told her the name, but in the discourse, but just forgive me, the city's name is strange in my tongue, the rival city to Juramentum.
Lectus Regium.
Yes, that one. That our farthest flung scouts have made contact with them, and although have not been followed back to Teowani yet, my personal estimation, as I told you in your own city, is that contact is inevitable. They're going to find us eventually. Maybe not today, maybe not tomorrow, but if we sit and wait until 5,000 men are already upon us, we will be lost.
And a frog in a well does not know a moy.
Indeed.
Lisa told me that.
Wesa was correct. Would that things could have taken their natural course, and she would have been not just the priestess superior, but she would have been an ASCII Teodal. In the fullness of time, the exalted is powerful, but he is also not young. In the fullness of time, surely she would have led our city, as her revered ancestress Okatla did before her. That's not to be now.
Was not the will.
And
It's not for me to say, Your Grace.
It is for me to say.
do you all think we should meet with Rutilius before? Perhaps send word ahead of time to get him over here?
I presume our coming will be well known.
I meant in terms of at least getting some information before we are forced to speak with whomever.
I don't think we have an abundance of time to speak with many people once we arrive.
It will be right that we make contact with our people.
It will. However, and I think the impulse is good. However, unless I'm badly mistaken, I would be surprised if the priestess superior and the exalted were not there and upon landfall. That would be him at least. Will surely be there. Depending, she may adopt a wait and see. I don't know yet. To be clear, I am not out of favor with her, but neither am I part of her faction. I'm considered, I suppose, amongst my people, the word you would use is radical.
And is
You are in good company.
That remains to be seen, she said, but there is a little bit of a smile there.
this is Lesky, the individual? Is he aligned with the priestess superior?
Oh, the exalted one?
Yes.
Actually, more or less. There has been, how would your people say, there has been daylight between them at times. I think that the priestess superior wanted a more thorough response to the Kuind. In fact, she spoke of enacting I believe her phrase was final solution.
All right, I'm just seeing if she's level of truthfulness, protecting
Sure,
her nervousness or
Go for it.
Gotta start testing some of this.
Go
Figure.
for it.
Like a smooth.
What would it be? I'm rolling
Insight.
Insight. That would be a 15.
Nice. Pretty good.
If she is lying to you, you have her tales are very under control. Yeah.
Oh,
Like with their mother's milk.
And you know that you are not only competent but deadly, Devron, as particularly as you are now. You also just have a sense. You're also intelligent enough to know that you're interfacing with a very old culture that has many layers to it.
At least 3.
At least 3. Indeed.
No more than that. Maybe
no
4,
more than
but
Well, it's the whole about the
The threefold path.
Yes,
Yeah.
exactly.
So she says, as I said in your city, I personally believe that we Yurlit will have to engage with the larger world, and soon, or events are simply going to overtake us, and it will be engaging with us. But I am the minority opinion. Perhaps the fourth, no more than a third of the priestesses agree with me.
And how many factions are there?
2, broadly. Then, of course, you have the merchants. And the military men are their own creatures. The priestesses, and then the priests are in some ways at the top of the pyramid. The exalted, of course, sits at the pinnacle. But day to day, practically, you have to have the merchants. I hate to say this. It tastes bad coming out of my mouth, but lying to you, Your Grace, is inaccurate. Doesn't seem, well, it seems blasphemous, so I'm emboldened. Nothing is going to happen in the city without their at least tacit support. The guilds are, the mercantile guilds are too strong now. They have been since the city was founded.
We can find a way to appeal to them.
There used to be a nobility, but unfortunately, after the Green Doom destroyed Kyoto, there were very few members left, and they eventually just became extinct over the Long March.
And is your military so much practiced, considering you're so isolated?
No.
They are fat and
Slow,
but
at least perhaps your tale will bring them out of their stupor. My people are ancient, and we have survived. We have survived everything, and if I have anything to say about it, we will continue to survive. And in the brief time that I was in Juramentum, I'm not stupid. I saw the vibrancy of that city. It's crude, yes. It's dirty, yes. But it has a life to it that we need. We do.
Understood. Who is the head of the merchants, or is there one? One who leads them or has the largest voice?
They're not that obvious. If we have time, I can introduce you. I have a friend is excessive, but a counterpart, I suppose you could say, in the Potter's Guild.
Do they speak? And he speaks in Cavalish.
Kevlar in this campaign.
Kevlar, sorry.
No, you got it. Yeah.
Cavalry?
Yeah. It's a nice callback. From the Home DD campaign. She says, no, I'm afraid not. As I said, we've been isolated. Okay. So you get there to the first, like I said, to the first shipping boat. And as soon as they see that, you see the fishing boat turn and immediately start going back to the docks.
When I notice kind of off to the west as well.
But the song continues to the west.
I'll pull Zanea over and ask her, what lies in this direction?
Farther along the shore, Your Grace?
Yes, and I try to guide her with my hand as best I can where I feel like I'm hearing the pull.
Give me either a persuasion or performance roll, basically because you're trying to convey something that's very difficult to put into words to her.
She does a little dancey dance.
Go for performance.
Okay. She is a perceptive person, but...
Okay.
Okay, all right.
30.
Oh my god! 30?
Wow, okay. And you don't even have a cantrip. Okay. So you...
She's a good performer. That's what she does.
So there is like this ineffable quality that you bring, and a deep subtlety commingled with your spirit as you move, and your body, you just know how to move, and you physically show her what you're hearing. And she stares at you for a moment, and then and this is the first time she steps back a little bit.
Amazing, is it not?
Uncanny. And I saw all 8 torches of your spell song before, Your Grace.
There are many kinds of songs that do many kinds of things.
I am certain your song leads you not to Teowani, but to the ruins of Kyoto.
And how long would it take for us to travel from Teowani to Kyoto?
They are surprisingly close.
Less than a day?
She looks to Dustu. With his skill, if this nor'easter continues, mayhaps. By foot, it was 1 day. 6, maybe 7 leagues. So 18, maybe 21 miles.
I know we are meant to come here and we must speak with the leaders of this capital, but Talik is calling me there. Something is there, something of great import, or I would not be hearing this.
I know what it is.
What?
It is the third of you. One of Dawnstar.
That sounds like an assumption.
It is an assumption, but
It's possible.
she's feeling it. The
It
poor.
is possible.
He was last seen there? No, is
You speak of your cousin, brother, the Lord of the Dawn Star's creation, Akatsun.
Yes.
There have been persistent rumors that his form, body, corpse, I don't know what the correct word is in Kyoto, but it's, for obvious reasons, we do not go there. If you found the situation exigent, then I would accompany you. I've never been there myself.
Do we have the time?
No. I will remain for a day. I sail at the dawn tide. What you do? Who's to say?
What if we must travel there first? What if this could be the thing that turns them in our favor?
And it is yours to find. I will not remain.
what does your heart say?
Deustu looks to you, then, Lakala. The unspoken question. Does he continue, or does he make landfall?
She heads to the furthest part of the ship to have a moment of quiet, and she's just gonna try to connect with Talik and ask him what he wants of her and what his will would be in this moment. Does he want her to head to the capital or head to Kyoto?
I will touch the Oxycon and subtly support her in
Okay.
a meditative state of
Trying to bring like his
trying to
presence
bring his
in.
presence here and some sort of direction.
She's humming the tune that she's hearing to herself and just swaying and kind of trancing out a little bit, trying to really connect with Talik.
God, you made that 30 earlier. I almost don't want to have you roll.
I'm still performing. It's the same song.
So your choice, roll either insight, arcana, or religion. And over there, Ruiz.
I'm giving you some morals. Moral support.
And as you feel Devron, who is has a newly minted pact with Talik, as you feel his presence, it actually does help to stabilize. Not necessarily the song that you can hear, but it basically helps to stabilize your body in a way.
He's helping me, so I have advantage.
So you do have advantage.
Oh, all right. She's gonna go for
It's like a good bachata dance.
Hana.
Yeah, your
Lead
partner.
and follower, partner. Yeah.
Okay, go for it.
Oh wow, not amazing, but 15.
15? Okay, on Arcana, you said? Okay. It doesn't increase, but the beat, the pulse is steady, and now you start to feel it in your breast.
Okay.
And you don't actually, I'm going to hold off on that. So yeah, what do you so he looks to you. He's not pushing you, but he just those
Yeah.
dark solemn eyes are.
She looks at Deuce-Stew and nobody else and just says, Kyoto.
He nods. And he continues.
Don't speak to the city. Don't tell them of our voyage.
We will return.
In our time.
In our time, Tresley will be dead!
Is that what troubles you most in this moment?
We must do what's best for the city.
I want to know if that's what troubles him most right now. It is.
A great many things trouble me.
This is what sits
Your
at the top
grace.
of his mind at this moment. I would encourage you to clear your mind and remember why you are here. It is not for them.
You know nothing of why I'm here if you say such.
I speak only to what your priorities appear to be. Or perhaps you just had an outburst.
You do understand there's a legion marching on the city
Why do you think
that
I
will
am here?
arrive within 5 days. Oh, sorry, 3 days now.
There is something greater than you, or indeed even I, that is telling me the way.
Tolok's flow is going that direction, is going to help us with this cause.
This isn't a fun little jaunt off to a different place to explore. I would not make this call if I did not believe that it would save Juramentum, and indeed, hopefully, your friend.
And what of your people expecting you here? And the allyship we might have with them.
We return.
They
We
all
will return. We will go to Caodal and come right back here. But if we enter right now, I do not feel it will be for our best. I understand you don't have the faith in Tuluk. So why should you believe?
Do you want to let them know, our friends? I can do something.
Let them know what?
Where we're going.
Are you just gonna shout from the boat again? You know that worked out really poorly last time you tried.
I'm not going to shout.
Znan, are they already aware of us here?
She looks over, and she looks grateful that you addressed her directly, because she didn't want to break in as her betters were speaking, but she's like clearly watching, and she says, "Your Grace, I don't see them on the shore. Was I wrong about both of them? Just some of the merchants."
Something is amiss. We go to Caodal. We will return here.
I understand.
Justice, Kyoto, please.
Agrippa, you don't have the faith, but I ask you just to trust for now. As if you have a choice.
Okay,
She used the government name.
Marcus. Yeah, that's true.
Government name.
Marcus,
Wobble.
2 days ago,
It's more musical.
you went and you can feel your entire life, whether you've called it Quaelathon or Tuea, handmaiden to the Supreme Phoenix and Mistress of the Long Peace, you've been in tune with the rising dawn. And there's a part of you that wonders how that fits in with the Urlitz Lord of the Dawn Star, because they too have one of their three major gods is about this moment as well. And so you round the edge of the keep's outer wall where you'd asked them to gather out, so not on the commercial docks, but basically right at the mouth of the river. And there are maybe, let's see, with the people that you brought and the native, there may be 60 people that have gathered there. Maybe more than you were thinking. I don't know.
Yeah,
I don't know what you're expecting as a player, but yeah.
more than I was thinking. Yeah.
And your timing is impeccable, but they already seem to be like facing east. And what a sight it must be, right? To be at the mouth of the Great Kogi River. None of them have ever been, of course. None of the transplants have been outside of Weissam before. You know, they were born there. They were going to live there. They were probably going to die there.
This is our fate as farmers. And
now, yeah, you don't.
Peasants.
You live, you're born, you die within 20 miles of wherever you were first birthed. But here, the water seems a little bit more beautiful. The air a little bit more free. And there is no slavery, there is no threat of punishment for the few who have smuggled a decent education out and actually know how to read and write, which, of course, under Empire law is a capital offense for anyone who's not a patrician or otherwise sponsored.
Right.
So you're coming up to them, and Mitra, I assume that you were not with Marcus. You stayed within the keep, or did you go with him?
I kind of stayed around the keep and try to, I guess, like catch him before he leaves.
Okay, so you want to catch Marcus before?
Yeah,
okay,
or at least Titus if he's still around.
You can get one or the other.
Oh Jesus.
What do you want?
I will. I don't want to deal with Marcus right now, so I will deal with Titus.
Okay, so you get Titus. All right, I'm going to continue.
Not right now.
I'm going to continue on with Marcus, and then we'll get.
Yeah.
We'll
We'll
get to
continue
Titus.
with this.
Okay.
Whatever this is going to be later.
And Titus is going to insist on going to see his sister. So if you're okay with that.
Yeah, that's
Okay.
fine.
All right. Otherwise, you should go and get Marcus. Okay.
Yeah.
All right. So Marcus, yeah, all that stands. You walk out, and you see who are rapidly becoming. Honestly, it's kind of funny because this is the 12th light of Quaelathon, formerly Quaelathon, has a long history of women in spiritual leadership. It's the only one of the lights that does. The third light will sometimes have women, but I mean, the church just officially they can't be beacons. The 12th light, of course, has no beacons.
Right.
And so both Patience and Temperance, so the transplant and the native to Juramentum, respectively, are here, and their husbands are here as well. In Temperance's case, her many children. You don't think Patience has any kids of her own at this point.
How old does she look?
Younger than her Juramentum counterpart. But she's lived a hard peasant's life, so that'll age you.
Gotcha.
But looking past that, she's probably mid-20s now.
Her husband's with her though as well.
Yeah, he was one of the he was the leader of Gaius. He was the leader of the legionnaires that defected initially, that Vale gave clemency to.
That's correct.
So yeah, no, you got it.
Great.
So you come up, and they all of them turn. They all kind of give you a half bow, and she says, "Blessed morn, emissary."
Blessed morn, Patience. How are you today?
I am filled with awe and humility. Look at us. Look at where we've come. Look at where we're staying. And she reaches out, and her husband takes her hand, and he seems to be allowing her the space to be her, to be fully her. And almost subconsciously, maybe, the 60 people have gathered around these two women. She says, "Are you troubled?"
No, I'm not.
There was violence in the keep?
There was. And I had to see part of your fellowship go off on a rather important journey. But this was forefront of my mind. So no, I'm not troubled. I'm right where I'm supposed to be right now.
I'm glad you're here.
I'm too. I'm glad you're here. I'm glad you're all here. As I take a look around. I'm gonna take a moment to just meet Andrus's gaze if he's willing to meet mine.
He's off in the distance, but yeah, you turn and look, and he looks at you for a while, and then lowers his eyes.
Then I'm gonna take a moment to find Gaius's eyes.
Okay, yeah, he's nearby.
And the 11th lighters, he basically leads.
Instinctively, he gives you a. Oh, brother, right? Sorry, we have Beacon Gaius, and then we have Soldier Gaius. Yeah, I have to disambiguate them. So Beacon Gaius is himself a third lighter, which is of wisdom. But he was the beacon for the 11th Light Church, or temple, that is in here. It's complicated. I won't get into it too much, but basically, if you're part of the 11th Light Church, you can worship any of the other 10. It's just that it also includes the 11th Light. So I won't try to get too much more into it, which is the sect that believes, the light that believes in reincarnation, essentially. He's closer. He's still Beacon Gaius is still not going to be like right up on these people because he recognizes this is kind of their time and their space. But he's, he gives you a friendly smile and dips his head. He definitely notes that his counterpart Andros is out there, and he definitely notes that Andros has livid purple bruises around his neck right now.
Even with the healing, because I used lay of hand.
Oh, you know what? Correction. Nope. Never strike that. You're right. Because he's just a normal person. Your healing healed him all the way up. So he does not have that many hit points. Yep,
The gas tank is light.
You were correct. Gas tank is light. Yep. Because I even knew you healed him, and I just wasn't thinking about that. Okay. Yep.
I'm going to just take a moment to look at everybody. Just sort of that kind of trick where you're sort of meeting everybody's eyes for just a moment before you're moving on to the next person.
So Patience and Temperance exchange looks, and then Patience says, begging your pardon, emissary, I was going to lead a song.
Please.
And so Patience begins a simple chant about how grateful they are to have arrived on this far shore, and that the light remains undimmed. The light remains undimmed. The light remains undimmed.
Nice. We have a lot of history of impromptu song singing and stuff like that. I mean, so it's like just sort of like starting a beat that might spread throughout the rest.
Right.
Yeah. Maybe inspired by Lakala's recent performance.
Rubbed off a little bit.
So give me 2 rolls at this point, Randy. Give me a religion check and an insight roll.
Real insight.
Real insight.
Insight.
2 different axes.
I'm going to use morale on my religion check.
Yeah.
I have at least one.
Religion check.
Where are you, Marcus?
Religion is going to be a whopping 13.
13? Okay. Even with the morale, huh?
With morale, thank God.
Hey,
for the
that
morale.
helped. That helped.
That
Would
helps.
have not been 13
Yeah, it's
without
true.
the morale.
It would not have been.
And then give me the insight.
Gotcha. Can I have the glow?
Are you willing to cast it?
Yeah. And amongst these people, yes, I am.
Then you invoke Tuea as the god in her aspect as the goddess of truth.
I'm a truth seeker. That's my evocation.
Yeah. It's a cantrip, so it could be very simple.
That's much better. That will be 23.
Nice.
Okay, so these 2 axes and one feeding the other. As you sit there, DC was relatively low, so I think 13 is going to clear the bar. As you sit there, it takes you a moment because you're Marcus. You're so used to being the thing that has to bear the moral burden or the moral weight because you don't have a choice, and the alternative is disaster. So it takes you a while to realize and understand that although Tuea's presence is certainly with you and within you now, then that will be true until the lights go out, be that tomorrow or 50 years from now, that you are not the focus of her presence in this moment. And the focus of her presence in this moment are the 2 women who are now holding hands, looking out to the river singing.
That's so great. Just a big old smile.
And you start to see, as you look around, the people, the core tenet of the 12th Lighters and the reason why they are so materially different from any of the other people comes to you. They do not expect or accept anyone, not even an emissary, getting between them and their relationship with their God. You led the way, and you see the gratitude, in them as they look at you and the smiles, like they love you. But you were not their Messiah. Only they can save themselves.
Thank God. Thank Tuea.
Yeah, dude.
You do not feel that you're needed here. as the light begins to spread and more than the sun is beginning to touch them. You are welcome here. You are not needed here. What would you like to do?
Ladies, and towards the end of their song.
Okay, yeah. You wait for an appropriate moment.
Hey, real quick, guys.
They look up, and they look, and this time, Temperance and Patience, respectively, look more like older sister and younger sister than they do two strangers who met each other yesterday.
Today I had plans of invoking Tuea and taking oaths to her. But I can already see that those oaths are strong within you. Would you like to lead? And I can simply observe.
What would you like us to do, emissary?
Follow your intuition. We are building foundations here. Your intuition will be paramount for everything that comes forward.
Patience looks at her local counterpart. You're the elder, you should lead. And Temperance, without missing a beat, looks at her and says, you're the stronger, you should lead. She looks around and, like, this is a tough woman who's been through a lot. And you see her kind of touch over her sternum. Clypeus, come here, please. And this, one of the older of the refugees comes. You had noted him before. In fact, you might even have healed him on the journey up here, because there was some time gaps there. She wipes her brow and you see sweat coming off of it. Let me see your hand. She takes it.
It's happening. Please.
I am new in this faith, mistress of the long peace. And yet I understand now that I have sought for thy magnificence and thy succor my entire life. And if there be any grace within me, if I am a fit vessel, then please let this grace spill onto my dear friend and mentor and relieve some of his pain, as is right in thy sight. It hurts. And for the first time, someone who is not in the fellowship, the gold flows out from her and into her old mentor who has made this trip. And he gasps, everyone else does. And his husband, her husband catches her as she starts to, as her knees buckle. No, girl. What did I just do? What you were born to do? And she looks at you, tears are streaming out of her eyes, and she looks like bewildered.
I come up to her. I just, welcome, sister. Just hug her if she'll allow me to.
And use your arms start to go, or there's like a delayed reaction where she's just dumbfounded, and then she clings to you and starts sobbing. Mitra.
Yay. This will be so much fun.
So.
Only good things happening with the Death Tamers right now.
Only good things. Nothing but good things.
I should have woken her a torch before, but you'll see, Mitra. And Titus brings you to not her old, miserable closed, musty, agonized room where she was like a wounded animal that had gone back into its den. But to his room, he looks a little embarrassed. She insisted I just, well,
She is a child. What more could you ask?
for the first time in my memory, Mitra, I look at her and she doesn't have any fear in her. She's just, as his voice catches, what a fool I was to ever doubt the mistress of the long peace. I fought so long and so hard to have the world on my terms. I forgot that the greater strength is always surrender.
Sometimes the time calls for it, but in our case, we can't afford it. But for you and your sister, it means the world. Sometimes it is a necessary pain that we must go through. The pain of letting go.
Is that what you're doing right now?
Trying. I may have known Mirza for most of my life. He's not blood, but
No,
still,
he's family.
yes.
The girl sleeping in the next room, Atsari, she's family now too.
As she should.
You remember her?
I do.
She stood and fought for my sister when grown men ran.
Very valiant. Extremely valiant.
She should be dead, but I guess she was too stubborn to die too.
I know some people that are like that.
I wonder, and he looks and you see this still very young leader as the beginnings, the very callow beginnings of wisdom have started up in him. She said I think, never mind.
What is it?
Just that Atsari, she said once, not to me, but I was there when she said my sister before she, she said that she didn't find your ways queer at all. That she actually understood why pain was a good thing. I thought it was a very odd comment coming from a Kuan girl's mouth, but I didn't really know what to make of it at the time.
But now you do? Is that what you're telling me? Are you wondering more, or...?
I'm telling you that I know enough to know that I don't know, which is more than I knew before.
What we believe, my Lord Titus, is that pain is the catalyst for change. Every new, scary moment that comes in our lives, you feel a sort of pain in your chest, butterflies in your stomach. That is a small way of living amongst pain and being at the precipice of change.
That's probably why your people have survived for so long.
You would be surprised to believe that not everyone believed in that. To survive the way that we are right now.
And Mirza?
Well, he's lived through a very savage time in our history. And that's not who we are now. Not the way that beloved Risley has led us anyway. But in a way of nothing but muscle and blood. In that time. It's who we were, and Mirza still somewhat believed in that. Perhaps you are along the right path. We've always butted heads.
I know I should feel some kind of triumph, some kind of exhilaration that I've felled another foe, yet another one, but it feels empty. I feel sad, like it was a failure. Like if I had had better words or a clearer vision, I could have shown him a better way.
She'll, firmly grasp one of his shoulders and go, "Then you are in good company, my friend. If I could have said something or not revealed beloved Trisley's fate, my fate, then perhaps things would have ended differently. But if he decided to get himself killed, then such is Ulriatar's way.
Is that what finally broke him?
Perhaps.
He did seem very devoted to the beloved.
He's been devoted to all the beloveds of our time, of my time even. Before my time. He was always on the side of the beloved, whether or not he liked them or not.
If he didn't believe in this pathway, why didn't he ever throw Trisley then?
Because I think secretly, deep down, it's what he truly believed in. But that muscle and blood that he grew around was too ingrained. It's not like he was capable of change, mind you, but he was definitely capable of change around me. For better or worse. But
And now?
he's made many steps since I was young. Before then, he was essentially helping my parents overthrow the current beloved. Well, it wasn't beloved. His name was, what is it? Oh, barely even remember the guy. He was terrible.
Titus does give you a little sardonic chuckle.
His name was Esteemed Gosrau, and he was not a great leader. I would say he was one of the main factors that started our culture's demise.
What happens now with your people? What do you need? What do you need, Mitra?
That is one of the things I was going to ask you. Well, first, I would like to have some funeral rites for Misa. Despite all the things that he has done, it is at least the least he could do. We have a specific ritual we would like to perform, if that's okay.
I know I should object for political reasons, but of course the answer is yes. You're part of the fellowship.
And the second, I would like to inform a few of my promotion. And whenever beloved Trisley is no more.
Is it that soon then?
Not really excited about it myself, but it must be done.
Is there anything that we can do to make her more comfortable?
Not anything that she probably hasn't requested already. Grip being by her side would have been preferable, but
I'm proud of him for going, but he's going to regret it for the rest of his life.
I know. I know they both will regret it, but I'm sure she'll hold out long enough to see him one last time. Knowing her.
Less optimistic.
You don't know Trisley like I do.
True.
But, thank you, Titus. I'd even come to you for guidance, despite going against all cultural things about,
No, I wouldn't go.
hierarchy and everything.
I won't go that far.
Well, it'll be my first time as a leader in general, so I have to step up to this plate somehow.
They're in good hands. You did well in Vicem. They'll do better here. Mitra, we have 5 days. maybe 6 or 7, depending on how well Marius delays them. There's a whirlwind to do. I trust that I can rely upon you to have your people ready. I need to inspect every inch, every crack of these walls. I'm not going to be caught off guard like I was with the Utini. That's not happening again. I'm going to see, and even though my heart will weep for the cruelty of it, I'm going to call every willing man, woman, and yes, child to the defense of Juramentum. It's going to be gruesome, but we have to fight. We have to make sure that her light is not extinguished before it has a chance to spread. We are in the right, and they know it, and that's why they're terrified of us.
You've been essentially speaking what we've been working for decades. Titus, we'll stand with you. I will stand with you.
Thank you.
Of course. And if I'll contact you after the funeral. I need some time.
Understood.
Thank you. And, if you have any questions about change or pain or anything like that, it would be nice since our cultures are going to be working together from here on out. Might as well get ahead of that.
You know, if you're not careful, you're going to be taking up some of the empty real estate inside the walls, Mitra.
Don't count on that. No promises.
Okay.
And she'll go out and take some gander. Well, they'll pass by the old room where they've witnessed.
Where Livia was.
Yeah, that one glimpse of potentially Loyatar being in the presence of muscle and blood.
So absolutely, by the way, he does tell you Vale reprieved, so he acknowledges your
She'll
view.
nod and go, Vale, Domini.
He nods back. Okay, so you go to the room, and you're in the room, and it's one of those moments, Mitra, that where the door shouldn't open.
Oh.
But it opens just enough, and you see the scarred, battered, indomitable 12-year-old girl, Atsari, who until yesterday, well, actually, technically last night, was the handmaiden to Livia.
Yep.
So current status unknown. But you see her sleeping, tossing, turning. And the presence of Loyatar is back.
Yep, I'm going in. I'm going into that room.
And on that note, friends, we will take a quick little intermission, and we will come back and we will see what's going on when they get over to the ruins of Kyoto.
Oh boy, we're making it to the ruins.
We're making it. We're doing it. We're doing the thing. All right.
Hanging around with the ruins. You know how that always goes.
I'm sure it'll be fine.
See you on the other side.
Welcome to Constructed Chaos, a D&D live play channel where you get to control the game. Join us on Wednesdays at 7 p.m. Central Time for our in-person live stream that allows you to influence our adventures in major ways. From alternate plot points to rerolls to absolute chaos. And tune in on Mondays at 7 for our brand new Chat Plays D&D format where you get to roll the dice and pilot the characters themselves straight from the live stream chat. And between it all, there's tons of homebrew content and guides that we release every single month. So be sure to subscribe to the channel. And until next time, go out there and make some chaos.
Faraway friends, we have returned. Nice and cohesive and playing well together.
Hell yeah, brother.
Let's do it.
Hey, brother.
Kettle of Tails.
Nice.
So,
Great harmonizing.
one of the things about doing this live is that we don't always know what's going to happen, including myself. And I never read or listen to the journals beforehand or even know typically who is going to do them. So, Randy, you had one.
I did.
And it was for that moment. Do you want to give us his private thoughts, or do you think it's too askew? If
It's kind of askew now.
it's too askew, okay,
It's cool.
all right.
I will have a beautiful new one set up for next same session.
Some of these pieces.
We can talk about it in the learning
I
curve.
will talk about it in the past tense.
There you go. There you go. Okay, we'll do that. So, sorry about that, but that is how live television.
And actually,
rolls.
this is way better anyway. Like, I'm not gonna lie. This is like, what's going on?
No shit. You have another cleric.
drone.
Yeah,
Another
right.
true cleric.
Yeah.
That's a big deal. Okay. So, you another day passes, a little bit less. Deustu has been almost preternaturally steady in guiding the ship. He's one of those rare freaks of nature who seems to subsist on 4 hours of sleep a night just fine.
If I need I will offer to take over if need be for some. If he needs that.
He will. You sense a certain reluctance. He will allow you to basically keep the till steady, and then wake him up if anything is remotely awry. Even though at this point he knows that you're a skilled sailor. Okay. Coyote begins to round into view. You see a light mist graces its shores, and although it's less than a day's dedicated travel by sea from the side of Teowani, it has an entirely different feel to it.
The clouds got it on you, Anna.
She has been standing like at the front of the boat. Like she almost looks like the thing you see at the top of a ship,
Yes.
carved in.
masthead,
lady.
yes.
The figure.
Yes.
And she has just been zeroed in on what she is hearing. So if any of that is changing or intensifying as they approach.
Not changing, but now you're starting to hear layers to it. And you hear the everyday hum of a city that was significantly larger than Teowani, much larger than Juramentum, even. And you would know from various memories that it was the hub of a system of, frankly, domination that ran for quite a ways in this area. And of course, this is long before Juramentum was a twinkle in the Vorn eye.
Are there any signs of life or movement on the...
There are other notes, discordant notes, where you feel the death and the destruction, and even juxtaposed to the almost alien harmony of a completely different era of the Uralit, something that is never going to return. And you know now, you can't put into the words yet, but you know that these ruins are never going to be quote unquote reclaimed. There's been talk sometimes in Teowani that they're going to go back and reclaim it. It's not going to happen.
It's sort of haunting.
Yeah, no, it's desecrated now, and you know that it would be foolish for normal humans to try to set up homes here. No, it would end in misery. I'll give you the last piece in a second. You, Grip.
Despite the anxiety ever present in his mind, yearning for Trisley, there's something about coming to this place that is almost religious. Not for the same reason. For very different reasons.
You see the unfettered fury.
Yes.
Of the patron saint, basically, of your line.
It's only ever been stories, fables, fictions, imaginations, exaggerations, but to see it and know it.
It is truly beyond comprehension.
And so he's been given this Vorin cloak. He's accepted this role, but there's something that's telling, this is, here there be dragons. So the Vorin cloak is going to come off. It's going to get rolled up, asking the
Makes sense.
the captain person to just keep it here somewhere safe.
He quickly ties it and stows it to his side. So you see the shattered remains of a once great civilization. You see proud buildings, soaring waterworks and architecture, far in advance of anything currently in Juramentum or, frankly, in Teowani. And most, though, still, after 400 winters of fading, you still hear the dominant beat of the Green Doom's wings as a percussion in your bones. Boom. Boom. And you look, and it's not difficult to understand how the seismic forces ran through and shattered this place. And even now, there's the faintest burn or acrid tinge of his poison, of his deadly gas. Was what he broke a civilization in one day.
Must
of rampage, like a permanent sort of must that clings to the ruins. All right, so do Stu, this is enough that even he and your redoubtable captain kind of looks at you.
Get back.
And
not for you.
And he brings you close enough to wade in, like you can jump out and wade in. He is not going to make landfall, though.
Swimming.
Can you tell him to wait? We'll return. We must get back to Taiwan as soon as possible.
We will be back. Please wait.
Wait.
How
Yes. I'll wait.
Till next time, this time?
Less than a day. We don't have time.
Up until this cycle. If not, leave. You will not be back then.
I know.
Thank you.
Zenea looks at you. Your Grace, I am frightened, but I'm not terrified. Do you want me by thy side?
I need you.
Then I come. And she strips off her her ceremonial cloak, her headdress, sets those aside, and then
Lazel, honor us, please.
Azel.
Lazel?
Azel? Azel.
Oh, I have it written. Lazel.
Yeah, that's fair.
Azel.
I-Z-E-L. Yeah.
Lazel.
And
Listen, I have too many important things on my mind.
you got a few things you're juggling right now.
Pain.
And he dives in without hesitation. I mean, he's long since okay with dying in the service of defending his priestess, his assigned priestess. And he is old and he is her senior by enough years. You suspect that he was assigned to her either at birth or shortly thereafter. I mean, he has been with her for the entire run. So since you dive in, you actually make better time. You don't have to wait for Deuce-Stu to kind of do the back and forth and tacking back and forth and very carefully getting close enough to wade without running into a sandbar or something. And then you make your way over there. All of you are, adept swimmers. It's no problem. And I'll dispense with some detail. You leave whatever would get ruined by water. You leave safely on the ship behind you. But you're able to take your weapons, and you put this new armor to the test, and you're happy to find that it does make swimming harder, but not. You can compensate, and it's a short swim, and you're strong. You're a strong swimmer. So soon enough, obviously, you're just fine on the water. Creatures of land and sea.
Makala actually notes that because she isn't really aware of like a lot of Grip's past and
No, it's
may
true.
not have assumed that he would be
Not everybody can swim.
as
Yeah.
good in the water as he is. And as a fan of water, she's like, interesting.
Yeah, he just
a little sea serpent.
He just cuts through. No, exactly.
I wonder if she would remember Grip leaving Wesa underneath the sea.
Does she? Do you want?
She might have just made that
Just
connection,
now,
having
okay.
seen him swim so well. It might have brought the memory to the surface, but it hadn't
Okay.
been there before.
So you wade on, you swim and then wade onto the same shore that, unbeknownst to you, 400 years earlier, another divine construct appeared upon, and in fact was there when the Green Doom visited his fury on a city foolish enough to attempt to steal his egg. And that story, how he had an egg, whether or not he was both father and mother, how that happened, why that happened, all that is lost in the mists of myth and antiquity.
Shadow Fox won.
If you're curious,
Go look at the
Tenscotty.
if you're curious, go watch the Age of Tenscotty little mini campaign that we did. So you begin to pick your way through, and it's even colder here. It's not frigid, but enough. It's summer, so the shadow shouldn't be as long. The mist shouldn't be clinging. It should have been burned away by now, but it does, and they are. And you begin to make your way through almost instinctively. There's really only one place you can go to.
Yeah.
And there is the even collapsed, even mauled, even humbled, the massive pyramid that was once the beating heart of the Earlet Empire still is an impressive sight. And most of its, let me see, it would be the east side. Most of its east side was collapsed in, as though the Doom gave it a titanic shot with an enchanted tail or something, just in contempt and fury, presumably after he retrieved his egg from inside of it, but to make sure. And yet, all of you note, because this is not the case of other structures, he left it somewhat intact for whatever reason. It was always the largest structure, but, like the Imperial Palace, some of the richer merchants, some of the waterworks, those are all rubble. Whereas this still has portions of it that reach 40, 50 feet up, and you pick your way through the ruins. Is there anything, I mean, if not, then you're just going to be at the pyramids. Is there anything that you want to do before you get there?
Zeroed in on following the sound.
Okay, so you're just
hearing, so she is
moving with
still
a purpose.
almost like half tranced out at this point.
I'm keeping the alert, of course.
You're being more vigilant.
But I'm definitely following her path.
Okay. Grip.
I am struggling to.
Fair. To be present, to be fully present.
Yeah.
Yeah. There's a lot.
Both for like what calls him home, but that he has some connection to this place, even in the limited way of the destruct. Like the presence of his progenitor is still here, and he is basking in it for the first time.
Progenitor is a perfect word. A perfect word. And you feel something run up your spine, and you realize that you'd felt it before, but you were in the throes of battle, and you had no time to register it, but your subconscious clocked it, your body clocked it, and it throws you back to that moment in Visum when you looked up into the clouds and you caught a glimpse of a very different kind of dragon, smaller, elegant, gold.
Is you okay, Grip?
I can feel him.
You're not speaking of the Doom, are you? And even Zenea's significant composure starts to break at that, and she kind of hunches down.
And just the breathing it in, tasting the air, the scent of memory.
Your lucky grip is here. We are lucky. Calm down. Hold fast.
I am as still as the waters of Amoy.
Fret not, priestess. Green does not kill green.
She pointedly looks at her very brown skin.
That's the problem.
Says nothing. Okay.
But you we will feed to the dragon.
Lakala, the thing that finally brings you out of this altered state is when your foot comes down and you crunch an unfortunate woman's femur under your sandal.
Oh, I could have used that.
She jumps back a little bit. Like she's startled out of it all of a sudden.
And all through this, Devron, you already would have noted this, all through this place are bones. Just as often, just as prominent, just as woven through as the destruction of the architecture are the Bardi. It's a graveyard. It's a mass, and you are now looking at a mass tomb. The nobility that the priestess Zene was speaking about earlier, this was the beginning of the end for them. And as you look in, you see these 20, 30 ton pieces of masonry that collapsed inside with this pyramid, and you see bones scattered contemptuously about.
I almost want to water jet blast things in front of her so she clears the path as she's walking. Get the bones scattered out of the way.
Not yet, but once you get into once you get into like the thick dust and accumulated grime of the pyramid proper, that might be appropriate. Okay. You have a clear path so far, but you're eyeballing it. And I'm not going to reconstruct it yet, but you see just where this huge piece of masonry has come. But yeah, you don't need to roll for this because you're just following it. You see there looks like a small little crack, and the crack actually is not that small. It's just that the scale of this thing is ridiculous.
Yeah.
That you think that you could walk through. You could walk through actually, you and Grip could walk through. Devron, you're a little bit bigger, a little bit more substantive. You probably still could. Azel, though, as a male warrior, is definitely going to have to turn sideways to get through. His shoulders won't fit through. And it is dark in that tomb. Sorry, pyramid.
Well,
the tomb. Yeah.
She will create a little light then.
Okay. What are you centering it on?
Oh,
because in this version it has to be an object.
Yeah.
And flower.
She pulls a shell in her hair.
This little light of mine.
One of the many shells
like
in
that.
her
Yes. A nice new decoration. She has it light.
Like a slight greenish.
Bit of a green.
Bit of a green. Yeah. Go. Okay.
Like it's almost a light underwater. And she holds it to that crack in the masonry in front of her. What can I see when I held up a little light before entering?
The destruction of hope and the fall of hubris. You see, it looks like there was a cadre of male priests trying to flee who stupidly thought that their wards would save them and understood too late that that was not the case, as the Green Doom was busy not just being physically powerful, but also destroying and gutting the magic here with contemptuous ease.
Shall I take lead?
You will not fit here. I need to enter this space.
Oh, it's space only for one?
No, you'll be able to get through, but one at a time.
It's a crack. It's a crack. Yeah.
Azel is going to be the one who.
He's the only one that won't fit.
Who, to TBD, yeah, it's going to be really tight for him.
I'll remain in front, and you stay close behind. And she just starts walking.
You walk in. Devron, I assume you're next.
Yeah.
Number 2, and then Grip, are you third, or are you going to be at the...
I'll pick up the rear.
You're going to pick up the rear case. So for the two non-chosen people don't get murked in the back. All right. So, because in this campaign, normal people, this is a massive power gap.
And I will light my fire as well. Is
Yes.
it possible to make it green in this place?
Make it green.
In this place...
It just is green.
In this place, you can't not make it green.
Yeah. Sick. Everything is so green tinged right now, man.
You're walking in. You walk past.
And I'll do one with blue because I may want to get mobile.
Oh, that's perfect. I love it. Okay. Ding, ding, ding. Okay.
Start moving it up and down so it looks like shifting waters under the
Everyone gets sick.
You walk past the crushed remnants of Okatla's sleeping chambers. You walk down the same pathway that Okatla and Nalishli had their verbal sparring match 400 years prior. And then Lakala, as the music, it doesn't weaken, it actually strengthens, but it settles. It's not wavering at all anymore. And you start to move not with your feet, but with a different woman's feet. And an older woman's feet, a human woman's feet. And I assume you're going to follow that. Mm-hmm. Okay. You go past where the brigands foolishly tried to assault you. And then all of you can glance down. And now here, because of how that disintegration effect worked when the Green Doom was retrieving his precious, you can actually look down and you can see where the Yearlit priesthood had this chamber that was elaborately done up to try to harness, whatever arcane force of this egg. And you continue on deep. This goes on for a while, y'all. I mean, you're in the bowels of this place now, of catacombs. Still, and here actually the masonry is held up better.
Deeper in?
I mean, you're well beneath the surface now.
Served, yeah.
And then you get to a solid stone slab, and you can feel, that this is, wending. You might even have had to recast light at some point because it goes out after an hour because you're having to pick your way through. I'm giving you credit for being, adventurers in your prime, so to speak. So I'm not having you make like superfluous athletics roll. But this is, you could trip. They're pot shards that are everywhere that you could slice your hand on. You could smash your head on a beam that was, hiding in the shadows. I mean, this is not a safe or pleasant place. But you get to this, this probably 10 tons of masonry that's just, and you can feel that your goal is on the other side of this. And finally, it clicks into place, the piece of the song that you were missing. Now, you've listened, and you've listened well, and Devron, you've invoked, you have kept faith with your newly minted pact with Tulloch also. What you don't hear though, are the refulgent strands of the Mistress of the Long Peace. There is no gold here to answer the green. You will have to do this alone. One must do. What do you do as you're faced with this 10 tons of masonry between you and your objective?
First, she's going to bend down.
Okay.
And she's going to put her hands in the dirt and the dust and try to kick it up with her hands as Nikali did in that spot and see if the dust will show her the way. Angel's like, show the dust, show her.
Okay, hold that thought.
That's pretty good.
That's pretty damn good.
Contemplating.
That is not where I thought you were going. Okay, all right. Hold that thought. Marcus,
Help me out, Marcus.
I'm working on it.
The day moves swiftly after that quiet miracle. And Titus, conscripts you into preparations for the city. You are not going to have really any time to rest. You might be able to get a few things done, but you were trying to mobilize the city for maximum resistance in a very short amount of time. Marius, the leader of Memoria, who is an ally, even though he doesn't approve with the different cultures mixing in Juramentum. His people don't approve. But he is true to the House of Warren, and so he's gone off, and he's a veteran chosen, a ranger. He's gone off to try to delay the Legion as long as he can. And your gut tells you he is going to take a chunk out of them, probably more than they even can understand. He's going to take a chunk out of them, but eventually they're going to get here.
Right.
So in that context, and unfortunately we're not going to be able to game through all the, I love that kind of like gritty detail of all the different things that you're doing to prepare the city. But in that context, as you are called upon, not quite like Titus, but still a lot, is there something above and beyond that you would like to try to get done in these precious waning days of the uneasy peace, I should say.
Between like helping the healers make healing pouches and herbs and stuff like that, so that we can scatter them throughout the city at little.
Let me write that down.
Yeah, at little spots.
Good.
That's good.
Aside from that, and trying to help make as much stinky water as we can.
Okay.
And getting all of the kin mobilized and helping this. So basically, Servilius is moving. Servilia is handling the children and making sure that the women folk know what they're doing and where their places are, in case they need to run. She's probably going to be running in charge of them.
Yeah.
Getting the children old enough to be considered adults to get to their appropriate places. My son, wherever he feels he's ready for. Most of the kids at the healing hall to help run errands, like to run messages, what have you.
Okay.
Beyond that, then, once all that stuff is in play, I'm going to actually look out for, I can't think of his name right now.
What does he do?
Twine Soul with,
Adrian.
Adrian. Yeah, I was like Andrew. I know that's not Andrew.
Formerly brother Adrian. Formerly brother Adrian.
Now he's just Adrian.
Who is now just an Adrian. Okay, so noted. It is a whirlwind of activity. Give me 2 rolls. Give me a. Again, I know I've said this so many times on the stream. D&D doesn't really have a leadership score, so give me persuasion.
18 on the die.
Okay.
Nice.
For a total of.
Persuasion with a P.
Persuasion.
I'm sorry. 22.
22. Okay. And then, okay, so your organization of all of that you were describing is excellent. For viewers who don't know this, because that's a Stinky Waters, a deep cut. That is the only kind of healing potion that regularly appears in my world, and it's something that the Kithki and the Kithki alone can consistently make. Okay, so that is actually an advantage that your side has that can't exist for the legions.
Right.
Okay, so you've done an outstanding job of organizing all of that, and give me a medicine check.
Medicine.
5 on the die that time.
Okay.
For a total of, what's this? 12. Not bad.
Okay, so it's decent, although you quickly see that you're not going to be as helpful in like kind of in the details, in the weeds, so to speak, of sorting out the herbs.
Could Alba and I work together so I can get advantage?
Ooh, that's a good idea. Okay, so yes, your beloved wife, who is also actually quite good with herbs herself. Yes, absolutely.
You're right.
That wife helped.
That's better. 19 this time.
19.
Wife
Okay.
help.
Much better.
Waifu, I love you, waifu.
Much
I
better.
love you. I love you, wifey. You're awesome.
So as I start pulling the wrong ones in, she's like, no,
Yeah, no, you got it.
Ubs.
Yeah.
Ubs.
So you're always Ubs for husband. Yeah, but it's Ubs. All right, I will note it's probably not going to be this session, but there is a scene between you and your son that I want to play out.
Aw, yeah.
And for those of you keeping score, Merrick's widow Jasmine, who is Corey's first character, has thrown herself back in after. I mean, if you look at it, it's been like basically 12 days or something since she got news that Merrick is dead.
Only been 12 days.
So she's forced herself to get back in. She had a very brief mourning period because now this is life or death. So she's just, and the reason she's important is because she's the most gifted of the Kithki engineers. So she is assisting Titus in his inspection of the city. So
stone colors too.
No, you're anticipating exactly where I'm going. So you had Waterwood, Kithki Waterwoods. You had one Stonecaller. So it's basically Kithki who are blessed with us. They're not chosen. They're not super tough. They can't do all the things that y'all can do, but they do have a singular talent. The Kithki Waterwoods are beginning to shape stakes under her direction all around at all the key structural points, so that. For the first time in the city's history, Juramentum's walls are not just a bastion, but they become uninviting.
Nice.
Right.
And she's begun to layer that. And she drives them hard. They work day and night. They spell each other because there's several of them. There were twins who came from the Shires. And then the kind of quirky stone singer who goes off and does what he likes. She has to kind of coax him, but you have you have master management going on. So with her help, I want you to roll, since Donnie's not here, roll for Titus's inspection of the city. With advantage because she's helping him.
There you go. We got it.
Dos.
18 with the top die.
Very nice. I think for him that's going to wind up being a 27. Okay. Or a 25. Okay. Outstanding. Great. I'll double check that, but I know that's well north of 20 for him.
We got you, Titus.
Can we, during this time, is there any way that we could lay some traps that seem inviting but aren't really inviting? That might seem like in the heat of the moment.
Absolutely. Okay, so you leave some pathways where there are no stakes. And then
enough to look like they might have just been oversighted, but not.
Make a couple tiger traps or something.
Slight gap there.
And then you
have a pit instead.
And then you coat those areas with the variation of the Kuhn building paste. That's flammable.
Oh, fun. Yeah.
Which is something the Kuhn wouldn't normally do, but we're getting nasty now.
Hey.
So
for the Deathbringers, if they are willing and able to start making little those little sacks that they were talking about that they brought with them.
They're adorable little sacks.
Yeah, like spread out.
With their adorable little skellies inside of them.
Yeah. We got
treasures.
So you have assuming, well, that's a whole thing. Oof, gosh, y'all, we have a lot to get to. Okay, so
hopefully they intersperse them through the forested areas, so that it makes as much panic as possible for these people being in the middle of the night, being attacked by skeletons everywhere, not knowing which direction that they're coming from.
I will lead that to the de facto leader of the Death Tamers.
Girl.
Oh, not yet.
Well, Trisley is in no shape to lead right now.
Fuck, I guess it is me.
Okay, so that Sydney, just note, I don't think we're going to be able to get to it this session, but just note that thank you, Randy, that we need to play out how you deal with your little Orby friend.
Yeah, I agree. Because we've been putting it off forever.
Your demon in an orb.
My silly little demon in an orb.
But as soon as you get to camp, there's additional chaos going on.
Oh, jeez.
So that scene isn't going to happen. Okay.
Okay, I will put that in.
Okay, so that's running through. Yes, Randy. I know we're trying to cram.
I know I'm trying to cram as much as I can. You said about 2 things I might be able to do. Adrian was one of them. The second thing I want to do is speak with Patience now, because she's a cleric. And I want to start giving her some guidance on the things that I've learned so that she doesn't have to bumble through it.
That's really good. Okay.
Mostly
Cleric
guiding
class.
bolt. What's that?
I said cleric class.
Cleric class.
right.
No, that's exactly what I'm writing down here.
Sit down.
All right.
And she's the only one who manifested, correct?
She's the only one.
Okay.
Yeah.
But mostly guiding bolt on the limitations of it and how well effective it is. And then Sacred Flame, so that she understands that fast things are going to have an easier time getting away from it.
So she is awestruck while you are while you were running her through these things. I mean, her eyes are wide as saucers.
It's going to be important.
And you're like in the sparring pit, which is central. And you're like already thinking about how you have
a bizarre place for me to be.
you have less than a torch. You have less than a torch, and then you have to run off, and you have to help. You have to help your wife finish brewing the stinky water with the Kithki grands. Because you have a certain touch, because you can basically cheat the fermentation process with your with the gold. Yeah, nice. you've discovered.
Love it.
And she's in the sandy pit and the sandy sparring pit. I just don't understand how any of this is happening.
That's exactly what I said the first time I thought that happened to me. So welcome to the club.
But I'm not.
You are?
Emissary Marcus, I'm not remotely worthy of this.
That's what I said too.
Pig farmer.
Power of life and death?
Do you trust Tuea?
I'm a cobbler's daughter.
I understand that, but I was a pig farmer. Do you trust Tuea?
Livestock's more valuable.
Both have their places. Do you trust Tuea? Tuea, in her infinite wisdom, trusts you. Take comfort in that. I had to. Because I was just as scared as you were.
Spiritual leadership is one thing, but Marcus, I'm only a woman. I don't know how to fight.
Tuea is a woman. I mean, she's a goddess.
She's a goddess.
But still, it doesn't matter what you are, who you are, and what you're about. The 12 Fighters have always been clear that women can lead just as well as men can.
Matters of spirit, but not in the flesh.
This is a matter of spirit.
And flesh.
This is to keep you alive, to keep the people alive. And you are also there to guide them. You are a spiritual leader now. Embrace it. I trust you. And you kin. It's all right. You're going to be afraid. Trust in Tuea. Your instincts guided you this far. They will guide you farther. Just be true to yourself.
I hope you're right. I know you're right. I know you're right.
Now, put up your hand. Focus like this. You're going to feel. I start going through all the sensations.
Oh, sweet goddess.
It might feel different. It might feel different for you because each of us have our own senses, right? But this is how it felt for me. You let it flow out from the hand, and I push her a little down. Okay.
She's coming in level 5. Oh my god. Hell yeah.
Excellent.
Sick.
You can only do this.
And she's shaking and kind of like, look, and her husband says, Thon's balls! Sorry, Tuea's nipples?
That's my new favorite way to
go with it.
Tuea's nipple.
Oh my god.
Patience. You have a finite amount of her light within you. It grows as you grow. Right now, you're taking your very first baby steps. You will be able to do this. Do not do it often unless you have no choice. And understand that you can heal a lot of things. There are certain things that you will not yet be able to do. When we have an hour every day, every morning, meet me at the waterfront, and we will talk. We have a lot to go through.
Okay.
In the meantime, talk to the people, keep them organized, keep them safe, keep them active and moving and doing things. Idle hands make idle minds.
She sighs. Mitra.
Yay.
You get back to your little camp.
Great.
Missed Marcus in the chaos. But you see the camp's disposition is clear. Stakes are being pulled up. Ashtiani in a near panic. They're going to kill us. They're going to kill us. Move, move, move. That is not going to happen on my watch.
What is happening? What's going on here?
Our final breath, if we don't move swiftly.
Away from here? Are you kidding?
Have you lost your mind? Reprieved.
Lord Titus has given us sanctuary. Even funeral rites for Mirza.
Oh, of course he has. Until our guard slips, until the long knives come. until he makes this grove run red with our blood.
He has never had any attention against our people.
And people are just are running around, packing up, desperate, crying, wailing, moving.
Hey! And just getting attention. And
Give me an intimidation check as you assert yourself.
And I will use my inspiration.
Now is the time.
Which is a D8 too, right?
You just get advantage, right?
You get advantage.
Okay,
Yeah.
that's great. And I will use my one morale point that I have been hoarding this entire time.
Okay.
So
Okay.
I think this is it. Oh, come on, please.
oh, well, that was a 17 before I moved it.
Okay, and then. Oh, and a 6. Oh, baby. Okay. If I can do math. Intimidation. I know, don't worry about it. If Johnny was here, he'd be like, Sydney's doing math. And I'll be like, all right, I am doing math.
What you got, baby?
So that's
24.
Wow. Okay.
It's intimidating.
All right. As your voice rings out, there's a steel underneath it, and more importantly, there is a power and an assurance, coupled with, and this is the key part, Mitra, coupled with the ancestral memory of what your people still are. And you throw that out, and at your base, there is a deep, ingrained, even though Trichley's trying to change it, there has been a deep, ingrained hierarchy in the Death Tamers for a long time.
Yeah?
And as you tap into that, you feel you are startled almost by your own voice. Because that's not your voice.
No.
That's some other voice coming out of you. Mm-hmm. And they all pause, even Ashtiani, fearsome, the most powerful Death Tamer now left, now that Mears is dead.
Yep.
Even she, stops, looks at you, really looks at you.
Mm-hmm. We have nothing to fear here. We are helping our friend. We are helping another culture not die out like we are. What we only have is friends, allies. The stronger we are together, we can do this and defeat it. We will not die here. Never we will die here. Just
Ashiani steps
let's
closer
think
to you.
about this for 2 seconds. Before we destroy everything that we've built for. Everything that we've run from, that we've built throughout an entire generations before Mirza's time. What are we doing here?
Mirza. He's abandoned us.
He has. Though he still has a spirit within us. He has a spirit with all of us. Do not give up.
We're going to die here if we don't leave.
We're not. Trust me, we are not. We will be protected. Those who matter will be protected. And if we do not fight, then who are we? We're not conquering death. We must embrace it. It's who we are. It's a reputation. It's who we are called. That's what we're called, the Death Tamers. We have made a name for ourselves. To live on even beyond death. To the stars where we belong. Isn't that what we're all here for? This is why we ran away from our home country? To die?
I mean, basically, everybody is looking at you now, but you still feel like it's just you and Ashtiani, even with their eyes on you.
Oh, yeah.
I thought I knew what the lines were. I thought I knew what we were doing. I thought that there was a purpose. I thought we were going to go west. We were going to go across the Azure Sea, or maybe to the north. I don't know. That's all. Do you actually think there could be something left here?
Yes. There is.
Mitty, this is just the way station. This was always supposed to be just a temporary thing.
It is. But I see goodness in these people. I see reliability. I see people who care about their own. Something that I think we've lost since the wars. We stopped caring. We stopped getting in touch with ourselves and who we are. inner pain within us. Because we haven't... we haven't even touched on the pain that we all feel with each other in our relationships, and the fact that we're so few and far between. There's barely any hope left. But ever since here, we've had that hope. Don't you see it? I've seen Loyadar in the flesh, in the bedroom of someone who's endured so much pain that even I could never fathom such a thing. She is here for us. And there's something here that demands our presence. Who am I to ignore that? Who am I to ignore us, our presence being demanded? Demanded by our maiden. I've never felt such a demand since my own Sodaman. This is meant to be.
And if you're wrong?
If I am wrong, then Loyador have my soul.
And she looks to the west.
And I will go up to her, and I will hold her face and gently direct it to the north.
Boys.
Gently.
Our hope is not in the west, my love. It's up there.
She doesn't answer. Lakala.
Oh, God.
He's loving these cliffhangers. He's having so much fun with us.
Hey, there are a lot of narrative. There's a lot of threads going on right now.
A lot of stuff happening.
Yep.
The dust goes up. The dust should not respond to you. You are not her. That is not then. And yet, impossibly, somehow, the dust goes upward and it follows into a shadow that you're not even sure existed before, above the masonry. A crack, and it just disappears.
She'll get as close to the crack as she can, inspect the area, and see if she can get through there.
You need someone to boost you up.
Devron, quickly.
Okay. You get up. There's a small little chamber. You have your shoulders above your head, and you're pulling yourself just up and over this lip. You get a couple scrapes, but your divine flesh is more than resilient enough to deal with that without any difficulty. And then you hear, the two of you hear her, muffled, of course, but on the other side. Okay. You're a little bit bigger. Give me an athletics or acrobatics roll as you contort.
Oh, that's going to be a whopping
Stuck
9.
in it. Okay, you start to, where it turns, where it curves, you start to get stuck. Grip, is there anything that you want to do? You're more muscular than Lakala, but you're still smaller than Devron.
I reach out to the earth itself, and I bid it to move.
Yes, I was waiting for that.
I command it to move
That
out of
was
my way.
smart.
Get out of my way.
Smart, Toby.
Yeah.
Okay. Now, some of it, that's not going to move all of it. That's not going to move most of it.
But it'll be enough to get him.
Because most of it is masonry, but it is just enough that he clears your shoulders. Because there is some dirt in there, with some compressed dirt in there as well. And you feel, you're having a kind of a moment there where you're like, oh, gosh. Because you were stuck, like, trying to turn, you know?
This is where I'm gonna die.
Be a hole
in the wall.
Yeah.
Rocks at him.
And then,
is where
like the
it
Pooh Bear, yeah. But your shoulder gets through, and then you can easily pull yourself up, and then you tumble out, and kind of reorient yourself, dropping easily. You're sure that your older monk brother would have something to say if he saw you dealing with that.
Yes.
But you come down. I'll describe the chamber in just a second here, and then Grip, are you going up as well?
I'll climb up to the lip, look to the priestess,
Okay.
extend a hand.
She looks mildly nauseated. She is going into basically hell.
Yeah.
As far as she knows. Okay.
Can I look?
Sent it to
Does it
hell.
look like homie's gonna fit through?
No.
Well,
I don't think he's gonna be able to fit.
And Azel says, he knows he's not going to fit. But unfortunately, he says it in Valkyrie, so you don't know. But yeah.
I'm ready to catch her on the other side.
But he goes, and then he says, "My lady, forgive me." And he gets his shoulder under her rump and then gives her a shove up, and you're strong enough. You're a strong little thing.
Well, and I'll get her. I'll send her ahead
Okay.
of me. Give him a nod of acknowledgement and fall behind.
And so the four of you, minus the bodyguard, get into this, like, deep chamber. And in this chamber, and I assume we'll call you relight as you need to, and you're kind of looking around. You immediately know from the airflow it's small. This is not one of the vast honeycombed structures that you've been traveling through occasionally, nor is this some grand tomb. This is a room that is almost an afterthought, or perhaps a womb. And you see on a slab that has not been touched are two very distinct things. One of them is, it's appropriate to describe him first. One of them is the body, the corpus of the last age's mightiest hero, Akatsun. Your, what word do you want me to use for him? Cousin, brother, fellow construct? How is she thinking of him at this point?
As a brother.
Brother? Okay. So, your brother, and as you represent Taluk with blues and greens, he, of course, is it was created by Coatl, the Lord of the Dawn Star, so he is gold and dawn incarnate, with a physique that was judged perfect in his time. And he is perfectly still right now. And you remember from other people's memories that while it's said that he was, actually you wouldn't know that part. No, Nikali would. So you know the actual narrative that he was betrayed by Okala during a critical moment in the battle, that his power was so great that even the Green Doom couldn't assume that he would just roll over him. But given bad gear, basically, he fell. And the other thing, though, is perhaps a little bit less likely. And you see a skeleton, a delicate skeleton. I'm going to try to get through this, guys.
Delicate little skeleton.
A delicate little skeleton that is laying on him from, like, it looks like they put their head on his heart. And there is a shock of blue hair that is still attached. What do you do?
She walks forward to the two of them. She lays a hand on the blue shock of hair. She says, "Brave heart, Atiani." And she takes a moment to just take them both in and feels overwhelmed with the memory of his final moment there when she witnessed it as Nikali.
Excuse me. You... I don't want to distract with that. It doesn't... You would be in tune enough with this through Nikali. Whatever Atiani was trying to do, whatever Akatsun's soulmate was trying to do to preserve, to make possible, has been made. You can feel it now. 400 winters later, you can feel that the energetic thread, the ecosystem, is still alive in this room, barely, but it's still there. Devron and Grip, what are you all doing as you're seeing this? You don't have the context, but you do see the visuals, and you maybe have some hint of what it is you're looking at.
I'm gonna close my eyes and touch the oxycon and feel the focus of like cold air, of the moist in the air, and see if I can feel any energetic aspects outside of just not only that area, but perhaps elsewhere in this womb, and essentially get some insight into energetically what might be here.
Normally, you wouldn't be able to do that, but here now you can. Give me an insight or religion roll.
That will be a 25.
20s.
Okay. Which one did you go with? Insight.
Insight's my higher one. Yes, insight. Sorry,
Okay.
I have to with that one. Yep.
Okay. So this is just like pure instinct then. But you go over to, you actually walk to the far side of this like stone pallet, basically, and place there very deliberately, although not nearly as dusty. There's a layer of dust over it, but it has not been here for, that long. Is an oddly shaped bundle that's been wrapped. Randy already knows. You feel yourself drawn to it, and as you are you gonna unwrap it, or
With
you just
my assistant, I will.
okay with the assistant? Okay, so you basically direct some of your power, and it's not even really a mage hand. It's kind of more like unseen TK, yeah. But with mage hand that can't be seen, you delicately unwrap it, and you see a glistening mock waddle underneath, like an oversized, though almost like one of the Urlit's great swords.
I just saw one of those too
recently. Yes.
Oh my gosh.
So it has like the jagged, it has like the teeth, the jagged teeth, unlike the normal mock waddle, which would have obsidian, which of course would be the stone of the dread mother. This has some sort of like bright orange and yellow stone that you don't know what it is. Topaz would probably be too soft,
right?
And wouldn't hold the edge, but it looks kind of like an orange topaz that's on all the teeth of this blade, careful on blade on this sword.
His weapon is here. Your brother's weapon is here.
Yes.
Anything else?
Protected by their final act of love.
Grip, what are you doing while this is going on?
I think Grip, absent the context, recognized a very specific thing, which is the love of the twined soul or the soulmate, the enduring act of devotion, and is called back to a vivid memory, his favorite place, the best time of his being, where he was laying not terribly different from Akatsun, and Atiani, Trisley was laying not terribly different from Atiani. And feels kind of a reverence, an acknowledgement, and a deep sadness, and casts himself back to that moment with Trisley, and then
and you feel that magnificent mind and that beautiful clarion soul dimming, disintegrating from the inside out. So as you touch your brother, your fellow divine construct, you know that you were only one part of the equation. You take your breath anyway, and you can feel him. He is not destroyed. He is quiescent. He is inactive. But you have you have a core matrix, you have a creation matrix inside of you. If you were ever so grievously injured that somebody was carving into your heart, it would not be a heart. That's one of the few ways that you're actually physically different from humans. And as you touch him, you know that you could open this matrix to him. You will not have support. You will not have the synergy of another point, another metaphysical point of contact. It will have to be completely and utterly you.
Kala, take this. I think it heals you, does it not? Maybe it'll heal him.
He unwraps the necklace slightly.
That's a good thought.
She takes it. She places it over him. And then everyone around her sees her kind of these interlocking forms and shapes that probably are frightening for people because it's something not like anything they've seen, something that doesn't seem like it belongs in this world.
It's like sacred geometry. That you're, yeah.
And it
very
forms kind of a
Custom music like that.
It's kind of a like cloak around her in a way, and she invokes the mantle of Taluk as she decides to go with abandon to attempt to awaken her brother.
Okay.
Life, yeah.
You touch him.
Assist.
You touch him, and you have that mantle around you, which has some mechanical effects, but that's not important right now.
Right now, it's more symbolic.
It's more symbolic.
She just
No, it's very important because you're
probably more scared than she's been in her short life.
For sure, little baby life.
Yeah.
You open that creature, that the one place, something that you know that even Nalishli didn't really understand about herself. She could have been beheaded and potentially survived. You are now opening the part of yourself that could actually annihilate you. It's the only way that you can actually be physically just destroyed through gross force. And you open that, and there's it spills out from you in all these dazzling variations of blue and green, of life and sea, as it pumps into him, into his golden form. When you put the Oxcon on initially, there's just nothing for it to catch onto, but now it's like a fuel additive, and now you've provided the fuel, and so now there's something there to catch, and he's not just starting from a dead stop. And you see a little bit, all of you are able to see, like, it's subtle in the midst of all this glory, but there's a little bit of light goes from the Oxcon, targeting specific cracks and weaknesses.
She starts to sing to him. Brother, brother, hearken to me, brother. And she's just repeating it over and over, trying to see if it seems like it's responding to her voice.
Yeah, I see you desperate to say something over there.
Yes.
Okay, so I have a shard of Chris Remembrance of Jason.
Yes.
Now, assumingly that this is a progressional step back through all the different incarnations he's had, and there's still some part of Atiani still existent, could I use that to bridge the gap to be able to strengthen them?
Nope.
Weren't you supposed to give that to my girlfriend anyway?
You feel something. It may yet happen.
Don't worry about it.
It's worth a shot.
You know something is happening right now. Like, you know something important is happening right now, but
does
no, that's a good shot.
Hopscotch and just make daylight in the room.
There's also
The power of the sun!
I'm not saying we should spend it, but there's also potentially the fate point to help with push this along as well.
Fate point left.
We have a fate point.
A fate point.
So Lakala,
A singular fate
you are
point.
at that point as your maximum hit points dwindle away, and as you get these soul deep levels of exhaustion, as you're pouring yourself in, and you realize two things at the same time. One of them is his recuperative powers are so immense that this is going to do it. You actually don't have to. You actually are not going to have to immolate yourself. There's going to be some point where that immense amount of quintessence inside of himself catches and starts like a finely tuned sports car or something, where the alternator just catches and powers up the whole thing. You are also aware that to reach that point alone, you are going to have to send yourself down a pathway that is eventually going to kill you. Do you proceed? Okay. They don't know that. All they see is a whole nother tier of these colors of mixes and hues that literally have never existed and may never exist again in the world of muscle and blood. As for just a moment, you bring the divine presence in. Cousin, sister.
Whoa. That's so hard to say as he goes back to his 14-year-old self.
Why did you do this thing? Because he knows.
You are needed. We are needed. It cannot be one or the other.
And he tries to reorient after 400 winters of hibernation. And snaps back in. He looks down, swallows, and you see a single golden tear falling down his face as he understands. He knew already, but now he knows.
She motions to have them come and help remove the remains, like so delicately and carefully.
Because it's just the clothing.
It's on top of it.
The clothing is rotted away, so I mean, it's just barely holding. The whole thing is just barely holding together now, and it's like some final act of grace from your shared gods that him even shaking didn't destroy the skeleton already. I assume you help.
I thought it was the priestess and Devron, I assume.
She's just motioning, so whoever comes forward to help.
I'll come forward and help.
Yeah.
All right. I'm not going to be sadistic and make you guys make sleight of hand checks. That's
awful.
They shatter the bones of his lover.
That would be that's too much. That's too much even for me. That's too much even for me. Okay, so the skeleton is carefully, and he does not reach for his fabled weapon yet. He just looks at his twined soul, who was only flesh and blood, was not chosen. Gets up, kneels down. Watching him move is like watching velvet moving over marble. And his skin over his physique, and he kneels down, just barely kisses what's left of the forehead, and then his very first act with that weapon is to cut a tiny lock of hair, and he rolls it and tucks it away. And then he salutes you with it. The priestess is on her knees, with her head in the dirt as this is going on. I'm going to have you roll for him as he attempts to connect to a part of your mind. In this moment where it's kind of like if you melted a sword down and then you were reforging it. There's a moment where he can try to shift something inside of himself that normally he couldn't.
That one.
Oh.
Okay. I suppose that's a no. And he was trying to like gently find the common tongue of this time and bring it forth into his mind.
And then Valkyrie.
So is he speaking Valkyrie?
Valkyrie, yeah.
She's just born, my lord.
Understood. You
Devron.
You are an agent of the god of rain and life.
And my twin is around your neck.
I have no quarrel with him. I have no quarrel with her. But I suppose the ones who brought me to the state are long since dust in the wind, eh?
Indeed.
Then vengeance is irrelevant.
At this time. But there are other pressing matters.
I serve.
All three of you walk now.
Nilishli is here?
Not with
here.
us. But alive. Quickly, we will walk and speak.
Yes. He looks. Shield your eyes. Cover your ears. In these confines, they may bleed. Priestess. My great lord. She will. Can one of you shield her? Just move her away to the far corner.
Grip.
What?
Move her.
How am I supposed to know? I don't speak your fucking.
I don't know what you guys are talking about.
As he takes hold of Stormbreaker, it thrums in his hand. Actually, no, sorry, Daybreak. As he takes hold of Daybreak, and with each hit, there is a horrible clap of thunder in this chamber, and even it's good that you're chosen, and it's good that you're like basically shielding her from the sound waves as he's tearing into the masonry. Perhaps foolishly, but perhaps he needs to. And he just assaults it again and again and again, and you see the orange yellow on that edges Daybreak.
Can I assist? Talik speaks. He hears the thunder, and I will assist with this pillar of literally crusted coral and seawater just blasting at it.
Okay, no, that's cool. Yeah. That's cool. As the with our powers combined. Okay. The dash. He is terrifying in his speed, and he's just tearing through this thing. And you see you see what a steady 4 attacks around is, with this artifact. And Azelle at the other end is like screaming like, "Domina, priestess!" Good. And he attaches it to its side. It almost looks magnetic. You don't exactly have that word, but it seems to affix to him with no rhyme or reason. Okay. You follow. He looks to you. Then he stands aside and looks to you.
This way. We must go to the new capital.
I follow.
My lord, whenever appropriate, that oxycontin around your neck is an oath I've given to somebody.
Oh. He takes it off and almost apologetically hands it to you, like carefully, and hands it to you, looks a little chagrined.
Talik thanks you.
You shamed a demigod.
And
I have this last.
make an insight check on him. Actually, on Akatsun. Let's see if you notice something.
Bigger.
That's gonna be a whopping 11.
No.
You can't read very far into him, but there might be a little bit of embarrassment as he hands it back. I won't tell you why, because you didn't roll that high, but you do catch the surface embarrassment.
No, but my lord, it was powering you. It was needed.
He doesn't say anything. He just kind of grunts and nods.
Oh, buddy.
And the most powerful engine of a lost civilization, most powerful engine of destruction and hope of a lost civilization, arises back into the daylight with you. Who has the highest passive perception?
Not me.
I'm not here.
I have a 12.
Oh, I don't have mine written down. How do you calculate it again?
If you rolled a 10 on a perception roll.
16?
Yeah, that's pretty good. Okay. Akatsun might have caught it, but he still seems a little like he goes out and he's just, confronted. Because remember, he got taken out very early. He's confronted with the horrific reality of Coyotel's, of what's become of his home. And so he's just sitting there in a rare moment of being slack-jawed, unable to really respond. You, Lakala, see a procession that is actually pretty close to the entryway that's coming. It's small, maybe half a dozen people, maybe a little bit more.
Really?
And you see the beautiful robes of the beautiful multicolored robes incorporating all of the obsidian and the turquoise and the jade of the Erlit people into a priestess superior's raiment. You see
Agrippa? They found us.
You see the Exalted beside her, leader of the civilization, and says, "It appears apologies are in order, Priestess Superior. Your sight is accurate indeed." She says, "Your mother says nothing." And she gasps then as a third person, as a third faction, enters the fray.
Deliciously?
Is it deliciously?
Sorry, I wish I did the math on this, and unfortunately, it hasn't been long enough.
But something else.
A dragon.
Oh, the wagon!
Your mother, the priestess superior, gasps. This was not foreseen.
We got her.
Got her.
The Exalted drops down into a battle stance, ready to fight even this thing. As dust kicks up, it's far from the Green Doom, and it's not Tecpotl either, the vain young green dragon on a forgotten isle. Rather, it's a more elegant, one might even say stately form of your species. And as it lands, you see the scales flip like dominoes, revealing a beautiful gold underneath. Ooh. The figure reduces, flows, stops, and the golden scaled woman who emerges from that looks at you, and her gaze is enough to call something forth inside of you. You feel your chosen quintessence increase. Welcome to level 6.
Hell yeah, brother.
Hell yeah, brother.
And she reaches out, and she's carrying her talents now hands. She's carrying a precious bundle as she reaches out to you, and you see poking its head out of a little tan hide is a little baby golden dragon.
I knew when he gets put in the wagon.
And that, friends,
Oh my god.
is where we will pause the tale.
A little posse of babies.
The wagon.
2 dragons and a dragon.
Holy
and a
shit.
Kid boy.
Okay, well, a few things happened. Oh, and you guys got another fate point.
Yeah.
Trying to fix you.
Faraway friends, which means that there was something that was very significant to a certain glorious destiny, still unrevealed glorious destiny that the Fellowship may yet achieve.
Luckily, we only have a few episodes.
Only a few episodes left. Faraway friends, as we near the conclusion, thank you so ever much for coming here, and hopefully you enjoyed yourselves, and we will be back here with more Gold, Green, and Red next week. Same bat time, same bat channel. Thank you so much. Stay safe out there. Stay curious.
Yeah. Who didn't want to come to the island? Yeah.
Holy